AITA for refusing to give up my home and move closer to my granddaughter. I 44 live in Alaska with my wife 43. Our daughter 22, her husband 24 live in the Florida 8 and she is having her first child in a few months. Our first grandchild. We own our home here in Alaska, and I have an excellent career with a unique schedule, so I could live in the Florida 8 and fly back and forth to Alaska every 2 weeks. My wife works remotely and can work from anywhere. My wife and I had planned to move down there and buy a duplex next door to my daughter. After much consideration, I told my wife today that I'm not doing that. She's devastated because she feels stuck in Alaska and is far from her family. Worth noting, it was her idea to move here from California, where I had a successful business that I sold, to move us up here 10 years ago. I'm happy to travel back and forth as often as we like to visit, but I'm keeping my home here. I don't want to live there, next door to my daughter. I raised her to be able to build and live her own life, and I don't want to follow her around. I built my life, I want to live it. The bulk of my wife's family lives within a few hours' drive of where our daughter lives. I'd be leaving my dad, in poor health, behind in Alaska. I don't want to do that either. I'm not opposed to buying the duplex. I can afford to own it in my home in Alaska, but I told my wife to come and go between there and here as often as she likes. But this is my home, and this is where I'm going to stay.